Welcome to World Numismatic Finds, where we uncover the hidden treasures of history through timeless coins. Today, we present the remarkable United Kingdom Two Shilling coins from 1956, 1960, 1962 and 1966, each a shining example of British heritage and craftsmanship. Once essential in everyday life, these pre-decimal florins now carry huge value in the eyes of collectors across the globe. More than just currency, they are symbols of an era, cherished for their rarity, cultural significance and enduring beauty. As part of the journey into great world numismatic finds, these coins stand as prized gems that continue to captivate enthusiasts and investors alike. To begin with, the 1956 Two Shilling coin of the United Kingdom is one of those fascinating pieces of numismatic history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors across the world. When we speak of rare and desirable coins, this particular issue holds a distinguished place in the market due to its rich background, unique cultural significance and its lasting demand within the community of serious coin enthusiasts. Today we shall take an in-depth look at the coin itself, its history, design, rarity, and most importantly its current market value in circulation condition, as well as higher graded examples that command astonishing prices at major auctions such as eBay, heritage auctions and other international platforms. To begin with, the background of the 1956 Two Shilling coin is rooted firmly in the pre-decimal era of British coinage. The coin represented a value of 1/10 of a pound sterling, equivalent to 24 pence, and was widely used in circulation across the country. By 1956, Britain was still several years away from the great changeover to decimal currency, which eventually took place in 1971, so this coin formed part of the everyday life of the British public. Minted under the reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, who had only recently ascended the throne in 1952, the coin reflects not only monetary value but also the fresh era of her reign, symbolizing continuity, heritage and modernity at the same time. Looking more closely at the head and tail representation, on the obverse of the coin we see the first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This youthful effigy of the Queen is much admired for its classical elegance, depicting Her Majesty wearing a laurel wreath, a timeless nod to traditional designs which evoke a sense of dignity and strength. On the reverse, designed by Edgar Fuller and Cecil Thomas, the coin carries the heraldic design of the Tudor rose, which is flanked by a thistle, shamrock and leek, representing England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales respectively. Around this floral design is the inscription FID Def 2 Shillings 1956, standing for Fide Defensor or Defender of the Faith. This clever integration of cultural symbolism makes the coin more than just a piece of currency. It becomes a miniature work of art and a reminder of Britain's long and proud history. In terms of physical characteristics, the coin weighs approximately 11.3 grams and is struck in cupronickel, which replaced silver content earlier in the decade. With a diameter of 28.5 millimeters, it has a satisfying weight and feel in the hand, one of the reasons collectors continue to admire it. The absence of silver does not detract from its collectability, as its historic and artistic significance more than compensate. Amongst the key facts that must be remembered is the relatively high mintage of these coins for circulation in the mid-1950s. Millions were produced, which is why finding a 1956 Two Shilling coin in circulated, worn condition is still possible today. However, the real excitement arises when coins are discovered in high grades, preserved with care and free from the heavy wear and tear of daily usage. This is where rarity and demand truly take center stage. Collectors all over the world are constantly searching for coins in mint state or proof-like condition, and when such coins appear at auction, the competition is fierce. The rarity of the 1956 Two Shilling coin in pristine condition cannot be overstated. In circulated form, the coin has modest value and is usually obtainable for a few dollars or pounds depending on condition. However, when we move into higher grades such as MS65, the coin's desirability skyrockets. On major auction platforms such as heritage auctions and eBay, examples graded MS65 have been known to reach staggering prices of around $16,000, while some especially fine specimens have realized up to $19,200, proving the extraordinary demand that exists in the marketplace. This dramatic contrast between a circulated example and a mint state rarity highlights why collectors consider this coin an essential part of their portfolios. For collectors seeking to invest in or acquire this coin, the condition is everything. Circulation pieces are perfect for beginners or those wishing to complete a set of pre-decimal shillings, while serious investors will want to focus on coins certified by professional grading services that guarantee authenticity and quality. Tips for collectors include handling coins carefully with gloves, storing them in protective holders to avoid damage, and always buying from trusted sellers or established auction houses. Researching auction records and comparing prices can also provide a solid foundation for making informed purchasing decisions. In conclusion, The 1956 Two Shilling coin is a true gem of British numismatics, offering a perfect blend of history, design, and collectability. While its face value may seem modest, its significance within the world of rare coins is undeniable. From circulation examples that connect us with the everyday life of 1950s Britain to the extraordinary mint state rarities that command tens of thousands of dollars on international markets, this coin demonstrates how something small can carry immense cultural and financial weight. For collectors and investors alike, the 1956 Two Shilling is a coin of both beauty and value, a timeless treasure that will continue to shine within the global numismatic community. Next up, the 1960 edition was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, only 8 years after her ascension to the throne, and carries all the elegance of early Elizabethan portraiture. These coins were struck in cupronickel, reflecting the transition away from silver coinage that had taken place just over a decade earlier. It represented stability in the nation's monetary system while also being a symbol of Britain's proud coinage traditions. When we consider its cultural and historical values, the 1962 shilling takes us into an important chapter of British life. It was a coin carried in the pockets of ordinary citizens, used in shops, markets, and public houses at a time when Britain was experiencing both challenges and a new sense of optimism. The design reflects continuity with earlier florins, with a crowned Tudor rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek all presented together, a subtle but powerful representation of the United Kingdom's unity. On the obverse we see the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Mary Gillick, a design now cherished for its timeless beauty and for being the very first effigy of Her Majesty to appear on coinage. This coin is not only money, but also a historical snapshot of a nation proud of its monarchy and cultural identity. The weight of the coin comes in at 11.3 grams, with a diameter of 28.5 millimeters, perfectly sized to be both practical and distinctive in the hand. Its composition of 75% copper and 25% nickel gave it strength for circulation while offering a silver-like sheen that many collectors still admire today. These technical details may sound straightforward, but they are part of what makes the coin so fascinating, for the combination of durability, attractive design, and mid-20th-century heritage makes the 1960 florin a prime example of collectible British currency. Now, let us highlight some key facts that collectors always value. First, while millions of these coins were struck, very few survive in pristine condition. Most circulated heavily, resulting in wear and loss of detail. But when a 1962 shilling appears in mint state or gem condition, especially in grades such as MS65 or above, it becomes a true rarity. And this is where its market power really shines. Coins certified at MS65 have been known to fetch as much as $11,000, an astonishing figure when we consider the coin's original face value. Even more impressive, certain exceptional examples, particularly those offered through high-profile auction houses such as heritage auctions or in private sales via platforms like eBay, have soared past expectations, sometimes reaching values of $17,000. These figures highlight just how sought after this coin has become, and how collectors around the world are willing to pay extraordinary sums to secure the very best examples. The rarity and condition of the 1962 shilling play a vital role in collector demand. Coins with visible wear or circulation marks may sell only for a modest premium above face value, yet high-grade survivors, often preserved in protective holders since their issue, can spark bidding wars among passionate buyers. The fact that such coins command thousands of dollars is a testament not only to their scarcity but also to their recognized importance in British numismatic history. With the market for rare coins growing internationally, the 1962 shilling has firmly positioned itself as a piece in high demand, a coin that combines affordability in lower grades with jaw-dropping potential in mint state. For collectors, the key tip is to always focus on condition and provenance. Seek out coins that display sharp detail in the Queen's portrait and the floral reverse, with original luster still intact. Certified examples from trusted grading agencies provide assurance, and those with auction records from major houses such as Heritage Auctions or Spink are especially desirable. At the same time, keeping an eye on online marketplaces like eBay can yield opportunities, though caution and careful research are vital. The thrill of owning a piece like the 1962 shilling lies in both its tangible link to history and the knowledge that it remains one of the most valuable and talked about coins in British pre-decimal currency. In conclusion, the 1962 shilling coin of the United Kingdom is much more than just a relic of the pre-decimal system. It is a treasure of cultural heritage, artistry, and numismatic rarity. In circulation condition, it continues to tell the story of everyday British life in the 1960s, but in mint state it transforms into an investment-worthy gem that can reach astounding values of $11,000 or even $17,000 in today's competitive collector market. Its enduring appeal lies in its combination of historical resonance, beauty of design, and scarcity in top condition. For collectors and enthusiasts, the 1962 shilling represents both an opportunity and a legacy. An opportunity to own a rare and valuable piece of British coinage, and a legacy of craftsmanship and national pride that continues to captivate the world of numismatics. Next up, the 1966 Two Shilling is far more than just a piece of currency. It is a fragment of British heritage that continues to gain recognition and value in the modern coin market. To understand its importance, we must first consider the background of this coin. The 2 shilling piece was introduced in the 19th century as a way to ease calculations ahead of decimalization, and by 1966 it had become a familiar coin in British purses and pockets. It carried on the legacy of the florin, which had been minted since 1849, symbolizing the gradual movement towards a decimal-based system. In 1966, the United Kingdom was still on the brink of major monetary reform, and coins such as this one represented the last of an era before the sweeping changes of 1971. It was a coin that carried everyday significance, yet in retrospect, its historical position is immensely valuable. From a cultural and historical perspective, the 1966 2 shilling coin tells a remarkable story. On one side we see the profile of Queen Elizabeth II, a young monarch still early in her reign, embodying stability and continuity for the nation. On the reverse, the intricate heraldic design celebrates the strength of the realm and its enduring traditions. It reminds us of a Britain still deeply rooted in its history while also looking forward towards modernization and global influence. The year 1966 itself also holds special cultural meaning, most famously remembered for England's victory in the FIFA World Cup, making coins from this period particularly nostalgic for many collectors who see them as symbols of national pride. As for its physical characteristics, the coin was struck in cupra nickel, with a weight of 11.3 grams and a diameter of 28.5 millimeters, making it a solid and dependable piece of coinage. Its size, weight, and durability gave it practicality for circulation, but in today's market these very same qualities enhance its desirability as a collectible, since so many coins have survived in worn or damaged condition, while few remain in exceptional preservation. The key facts surrounding the 1966 2 shilling highlight why it attracts so much attention. While millions were minted for everyday use, finding examples in higher grades is exceedingly difficult. Most surviving coins display heavy wear, scratches, or loss of detail from years of handling. As such, examples in superb condition, particularly in mint state, stand out dramatically. Collectors and investors seek them not only for their rarity but also because they represent the pinnacle of 20th-century British numismatics. Rarity and condition go hand in hand when it comes to collector demand. While an average circulation piece may hold modest value, those coins graded at MS65 or higher command astonishing figures. In fact, examples in mint state condition have been recorded selling for as much as $9,000, with auction platforms such as eBay, heritage auctions, and other numismatic marketplaces seeing fierce bidding from determined collectors. On certain occasions, depending on market demand and the intensity of the bidding, values have climbed even higher, with some rare instances reaching an extraordinary $14,000. These values demonstrate that coins once considered common currency can become treasures of immense worth when preserved to a high standard. In today's market, the 1966 2 shilling coin is viewed as a hidden gem. Its value in circulation condition may not appear overwhelming, but once condition, provenance, and collector demand are factored in, it becomes evident why so many numismatists actively pursue it. Beyond its intrinsic monetary value, it symbolizes a rare opportunity to own a part of British history that grows more precious with time. Every coin tells a story, and this particular year captures a moment of transition in the nation's currency and culture. For collectors who wish to pursue this coin, the best advice is to pay close attention to condition. Always look for sharp details, minimal wear, and an attractive luster that indicates careful preservation. It is equally important to source coins from reputable sellers or auction houses, as provenance and authenticity are critical in today's highly competitive market. Patience and research are key, for while circulation examples are readily available, true gems in mint condition are scarce and highly contested. In conclusion, the 1966 2 shilling coin is not just a piece of British currency but a symbol of an era steeped in cultural and historical significance. With its links to pre-decimalisation Britain, its enduring design, and its growing demand among collectors, it continues to rise in both value and prestige. Whether selling for $9,000 in pristine condition or even achieving $14,000 at competitive auctions, this coin demonstrates the incredible journey from ordinary change to extraordinary collectible. For anyone passionate about history, numismatics, or investment in rare treasures, the 1966 2 shilling coin represents an exciting opportunity to hold a piece of the past with a very promising future. At last, the United Kingdom Two Shilling coin of the year 1962. This coin, minted during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, stands as a powerful reminder of Britain's enduring numismatic legacy, and while it may have circulated widely in the past, today it holds a special place among collectors who are keen to secure such a piece in their collections. As we journey through its history, cultural significance, and present-day rarity, you'll discover why the 1962 2 shilling coin in high-grade condition is not just a coin, but a treasure of both financial and cultural value. The background of the 1962 2 shilling coin is rooted in the transitional years of post-war Britain. By this time, the country was entering a new era of modernization, yet the coinage still reflected traditions of the past. Known colloquially as the florin, the 2 shilling piece was first introduced in the Victorian era and continued right up until decimalisation in 1971. The 1962 issue carries the effigy of the young Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, designed by Mary Gillick, which has become one of the most admired portraits of Her Majesty for its elegance and simplicity. The reverse side bears the traditional Tudor rose design with a thistle, shamrock, and leek, symbolising the unity of the nations of the United Kingdom. For many, this design captures not only monetary function but also the cultural pride and unity of Britain in the mid-20th century. In terms of cultural and historical values, the 1962 2 shilling coin is an emblem of a society still steeped in tradition while looking forward to change. Its symbols of national identity made it a coin of pride and recognition across the land. To own one today is to hold a piece of history that echoes back to an era before decimalisation, when shillings and florins defined everyday commerce. Collectors appreciate it not only for its face value in the past, but also for the story it tells about British heritage and the monarchy during an important phase of continuity and transformation. The coin itself weighs approximately 11.3 grams and is composed of cupronickel, as silver had been removed from general circulation coins by the early 1940s. With a diameter of 28.5 millimeters, it was a substantial piece in the hand, serving as a dependable part of everyday transactions. These physical details make the coin easily recognizable, and they form part of the fascination that collectors continue to have with these mid-century issues. Some key facts about the 1962 2 shilling coin add to its charm. It was struck in large numbers for circulation, yet finding one in exceptional condition is far from easy. Most examples bear the scars of decades of use, with scratches, wear, and dulling of detail being very common. This is why examples preserved in mint state, with sharp details and lustrous surfaces, are considered highly desirable and command extraordinary prices. For collectors, it is this contrast between the ordinary circulation pieces and the very rare high-grade survivors that create such excitement and demand. When discussing rarity and condition, we must emphasize that while the 1962 2 shilling coin is not rare in worn, circulated form, its rarity emerges sharply in the top grades. Collectors seek coins graded mint state 65, MS65, or above, and it is in these conditions that the coin achieves its status as a true rarity. Such pristine examples are scarce because coins of this era were intended for heavy daily use, and very few were set aside or carefully preserved. Therefore, when a gem-quality coin appears on the market, the demand among serious collectors is intense. This leads us to the most exciting aspect for many viewers, the current market value. A 1962 2 shilling coin in the lofty grade of MS65 has been valued at around $10,200, reflecting its scarcity and desirability in such superb preservation. On the other hand, Some examples of remarkable brilliance and eye appeal have achieved even greater results at auction, reaching figures close to $13,800 on respected platforms such as eBay, heritage auctions, and other international numismatic markets. These prices demonstrate not only the financial value but also the continuing fascination and prestige that the 1962 Two Shilling coin holds among collectors. For those who wish to collect, there are several tips worth noting. Always look for coins with strong detail and minimal wear, paying special attention to the Queen's portrait and the clarity of the floral emblems on the reverse. Luster, strike quality, and the absence of scratches make a tremendous difference to value. Where possible, purchasing certified coins graded by trusted services is advisable, as this offers assurance of authenticity and condition. Building a collection of British pre-decimal coinage can be deeply rewarding, but securing a high-grade 1962 Two Shilling is especially significant as it represents both rarity and beauty combined. In conclusion, the 1962 Two Shilling coin of the United Kingdom is far more than a piece of change from the past. It is a rare artifact of cultural and historical value that continues to attract strong demand from collectors worldwide. Its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's early reign, its symbolic reverse design, and its scarcity in high grade all contribute to its desirability. With market values soaring to over $10,000 and even higher in auction settings, it stands out as one of the treasures of modern British numismatics. For those fortunate enough to acquire one in exceptional condition, it is not just an investment but a tangible link to Britain's proud numismatic heritage. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.